It's Morg Parks Parker. You're now tuned to the Parker Report. Now today is Martin Luther King Day. We're celebrating. That's my frat brother. I'm from Alpha Phi Alpha Incorporated, which was founded in 1906. And Martin Luther King happens to be a member of that fraternity. Now Martin Luther King, he's done a lot. He's done a lot for our people. He made integration possible in the United States of America. He even lost his life over it because he felt that the people of hued color, like myself, were equal. Malcolm X, later on in his life, after he formed Muslim Mosque Incorporated, after he traveled over to the Holy Land, which is Africa, okay, Mecca, okay, he saw that everybody, they were all types of Muslims of different races and ethnicities, and he saw everybody can work together. So his concept of what he thought before was changed, and we can all change. We can all change. We all have the ability to change. But how many of us will do so? Many people fought for the integration because before then people were segregated. Blacks lived in one place, white people lived in one place. And what is black and white? Those are just concepts of people's mind, something that they made up. Racism, something that they made up. We're all human beings. We're all humans. We're all Homo sapiens. We all have ideas. We all love our families. Well, at least most of us do. We all have dreams and aspirations. We all bleed red. Some of you guys will say, well, it's blue. I want to get technicality. But we all have families. We all have desires. And when we start coming together and seeing what's the same in each other, instead of pointing out the differences, we can all get somewhere. See, there's some key points in this. You ever heard of the idea of divide and conquer? If I divide you, I conquer you. You know, United States has a key thing that they say. United we stand, undivided we fall. One of the most truest statements ever. And us of this part of this great nation called the United States, if we're divided, we will fall. We have to stand united. We can't let people separate us because of our different religions, because of our different skin colors, which is the stupidest thing I ever heard of in my life. So you hate a person that didn't choose to be any ethnicity because they were born that way. Like that was their choice. It's the most dumbest, stupidest thing I ever heard of in my whole life. And if you think that way, you're pretty stupid. You're pretty dumb. You're very dumb. You're very ignorant too. You're not educated at all. There are good and bad people in all these man-made constructs that we make everywhere. They're good white peoples. They're good black people. They're good Asian people. They're good everybody people. And there's bad in every single one of those too. There's good women, there are bad women, there are bad men, there are good women. When you say all, you've just dispelled yourself into ignorance. Just to let you know. So you understand that. And you get that concept. Now there's a theory that I want you all to read. It's called the Willie Lynch theory. It's on how to train a slave. Now back in the day, when a slave master would sit, he would have to be able to be good. Willie Lynch came up with this theory. Hey, we're going to turn the dark skin against the light, right? So we'll bring light-skinned people, we'll put them in the house, we'll make the dark-skinned people go outside in the field and go work. Because what? That'll make them quarrel. We're going to put the man against the woman. So we're going to, do whatever we want to do with his woman, right? Do whatever we want to do, knowing that he's not going to come to our aid to come protect her because he's a slave itself, right? So that makes the woman not trust the man, right? And then we're going to put the woman against the child. How are we going to do that? Because what they would take is the strongest black man that was on the plantation, tar him, that means put him in tar, put feathers all over him, and then beat him in front of the child. Now, what is mama going to say to the child? Mama's going to say to the child, listen, see what's happening to him? I don't want that to happen to you. You make sure you listen to Mr. Charles. And on the weekends, you know what they gave everybody on the weekends? Alcohol. Alcohol. So on the weekends, you're dancing around. You got a break from all of this beatings and whatever for one day, and you get drunk. So even on the time that you could have time to think, you don't. Now let me fast forward this theory for you to make it all conceptualized down the line. Now that used to just be for How to Train a Slave, but that Willie Lynch theory goes on to everybody now. What do they promote on the weekends? Alcohol. They give everybody a job just enough to make you come to work and do what they want you to do. And then on the weekend they say, if you want to have fun, you need to drink. You need this, you need that. You have no time to think about it. And what do they say? Oh, you shouldn't like this demographic group, or that demographic group, or these people from these religious groups. To put you against one another. Put you against one another. So everybody doesn't truly see who's controlling the puppets. This is Morgan Christopher Parker. You've now tuned into